Welcome to Prince Mathsclinic, the e-learning solution at your pace and time. It's a beautiful day to host you once again. In today's class, we shall be looking at this very amazing way to solve these special types of simultaneous equation. And you will soon find out why I call this type a special type of simultaneous equation. But before we go right into the solution, kindly hit the subscribe button if you are yet to do so. Share this video with your friends and loved one, and also like the video so that YouTube can recommend the video to others. Let's go right into the solution. Now, we are asked to find the value of x and y in this following equation. So let's look at the first question. 5x plus 4y equals to 10 and 15x plus 5y equals to 10. Here is the deal. Once you are given an equation like this, a simultaneous equation like this, what you need to do is that you watch out for the relationship between the constant term. What do you mean by constant term? These terms without any alphabet are the constant term. Why all these terms that has what? X and y, right? Are the term having the variable beside them. The y here are the variables, x here are the variables, right? Good. Why these values here are called coefficients to this variable. So you will now look at the relationship between the constant term and the what? The coefficient beside any of the variable. For instance, if you look at this first one, I see a relationship here. If I multiply 5 by 2, I am going to get 10. And if I multiply 15 by that same 2, I am going to get 30. So there's a relationship here. So once you find that there's a relationship between the same what? Variable, right? The coefficients of those variables have the same numbers multiplying them to give us the constant term, you don't have any issue. I'll take this part again. Once you find that there's a relationship between the coefficients of these terms, your variable terms, and the constant, once you see that there is a constant relationship between, for instance, here is 5 times 2 give us 10, here is also 15 times 2 give us 30, just pick any of them. So in this case, I'm going to pick 5x and equate it with 10. So if I divide both sides by 5, 5 here cancels 5, 5 here 1, 5 here 2. So x will become 2. Now the other term that does not have any relationship becomes 0. And if you solve it using any of the methods of solving simultaneous equation, whether I use elimination method, or use substitution method, or you use the determinant and matrix method, or you use the graphical method, or you equate x to x, or whatever method you will use, you see arrive at the same result. Good. So let's look at the second question. In this second question, watch out again for the relationship between the constant term and any of the coefficients of our variables that we have here. Now, I will check for x. 3 times 8 will give us 24. There's nothing I can multiply by 5 to give us 32. So there's no relationship here. So let me check this. 6 times 4 give me 24. And 8 times 4 give me 32. Therefore, there's a relationship. Since this is multiplied by both 4 and 4 to give us their constant term. So what do? I will pick any of them. In this case, let me just pick this. Therefore, I can say that my 8y equals to 32. So I will divide both sides by 8. 8 will cancel 8. 8 here 1, 8 here 4. So y is equals to 4. Therefore, the time that does not relate at all becomes 0. So you can do this in 5 or 10 seconds once you can spot your relationship. Let's look at the third question. Interesting one. Yeah. Watch out again for the relationship. Now let us look at this. 2 times 8 will give me 16, and 5 times 8 will give me 40. So there is a relationship here. So I can say that therefore 2x is equals to 16. So if I divide both sides by 2, 2 here cancels 2, 2 here 1, 2 here 8. Therefore my x will be 8. And the term that does not relate with the constant term, which is y, becomes 0. That is it. Then let's look at the last question to buttress the same point I've been emphasizing on. Look at this very carefully. If you are not careful, you will think there is no relationship between this constant term and what I have here because of the sign. But when you are working with this special kind of simultaneous equation, you may need to ignore the sign when you are looking at their relationship. But trust me, the sign will take care of itself once you are equating them. So there is nothing I can multiply with 2 to give me 5, right? So but 5 times negative 2 gives me minus 10. Since I can't spot any relationship here, let's look at this. The coefficient here is 1. What will I multiply by 1 to give me 5? That is 5, right? Good. What will I multiply to give me 10? It's still 5. 2 times 5 gives me 10. Like I said, ignore the sign. Good. So since I've spotted that, I can say therefore my 2y becomes minus 10. Divide both sides by 2. By 2. 2 will cancel 2. Therefore y becomes 2 here 1, 2 here 5. Y becomes minus 5. And the term that does not have any relationship becomes 0. So I'll put 0 here. Once you find questions like this in an objective or multiple choice exam, such as IGCSE, your SSC, your objective question, and so on and so forth, or in your quiz, don't waste your time using those long methods. Those long methods are good, but remember, in an exam, such as multiple choice questions, what is important is speed and accuracy. And that's what we've got here on Prince Mathsclinic. So till we meet again, keep practicing based on what we have just done, and I guarantee you that the sky will be your beginning. Bye for now.